If you're watching this, you're in a very lucky and critical, pivotal, everything position right now because we have the official way to glow up. You don't need to see any other video. This video will be the video you need. I've come to realize that it is not about buying these things, buying those things, shopping here, shopping there, buying all these different items to glow up. You just need to organize. You need to do an audit and an organization on your glow up, on your life. Where are we going? How am I looking? What things we need? Well, do I have the thing for you? So, what is the glow up pyramid? Thank you for asking. Let me explain. The glow up pyramid is sort of like the food pyramid, but for all your beauty, leveling up, glow up needs. This is going to be your tool. This is going to be your North Star. When they say, look into the light, find the light, this is your light. If you were very crowded in your mind, wondering, where do I start? That glow up pyramid, okay? So there's 5 tiers to the glow up pyramid. There's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and tier 5. Tier 1 is the foundational basics. Let me pull up my pyramid. So tier 1 is going to be your basic health. This is the foundational stuff. Nothing else matters on the tier if you don't have the foundational basics. So that's diet, fitness, sleep, hygiene, and environment. If you are ever wondering, where do I start? What do I do? How do I get started? Start on basic health. Once you've mastered those, then you move up from there. The reason why the glow up pyramid is so monumental is because it really lays out a basic schematic of how to just get started and how to grow from there. For example, no shade, but do you ever see a girl where she is having trouble losing weight? As y'all know, I'm on a weight loss journey and I talk about weight loss, calorie deficit, food noise, etc., etc. But do you ever notice that girl that is struggling with her weight, and instead of focusing on calorie deficit and how to lose weight, they will jump straight into getting surgery? If she had that glow up pyramid, she would know, focus on the foundational aspects first. Even doctors nowadays are starting to deny people that are just a little high on the BMI because they're telling you, no, you need to lose weight first. That is the foundation. Get to a lower, healthier weight and then get surgery, because surgery will be the icing on the cake. That is what this glow up pyramid will do for you. So it's going to help you and be a guiding light to not jump up to here worrying about the things up here when you should be worrying about the things down here, the foundational stuff. Okay, so how can you make this glow up pyramid work for you? Why should you care? How is this gonna help me? This is gonna be like every other video that everybody is talking about. This is gonna work for you because this is a outline. This is almost like going bowling and they have the rails up. There's no way you should be in the gutter. There's no way you should be in the gutter with my glow up pyramid. There's no way. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to look at the glow up pyramid, which you can click the link in my comments. I should have some sort of the pyramid and the guide within a link, as well as like a mailing list. Once I have the schematics out for that, you'll see it in the descriptor, or I'll put something in the video here. But you're going to do an audit on yourself. And with that audit, I want you to see where you're falling short. So again, you always want to start on tier 1. Tier 1 is your basic health. It's your diet, fitness, sleep, hygiene, and your environment. Your environment also includes the people around you and your space. Check yourself out. Who am I hanging with? Who am I always calling? Am I gossiping a lot? Who am I on the phone with? Your diet. What am I eating? Am I eating whole foods? Am I eating processed foods? Sleep. Am I getting 8 hours a day? Am I always up until 3 a.m.? Fitness. Do you at least walk? Do you have a fitness regime? Do you do anything, or are you a couch potato? Once you do an audit on yourself, you will then realize, okay, there's no way I'm on a glow up journey if I'm not even working on my basic health. And once you work on that, I would say give yourself a good 3 to 6 weeks of really mastering that tier before you move up to the next tier. Let's talk about what level you might be at depending on your time, your money, what you already have going on. So you have the Glow Up Pyramid. You click the link in my description. You're a part of my mailing list. I sent you a copy of the Glow Up Pyramid. Now, what level are you at? I told you how to make it work for you. You did an audit on yourself. You're looking around your space, your life, your place. You're looking at yourself and saying, okay, yeah. These are, I do a lot of these things already. I do some of these things. Now you ask yourself, what level are you at? So tier 1 was basic health. Tier 2 is basic grooming. So that goes into your skincare, your makeup, your fashion, hair, waxing, getting nails done, teeth whitening, accessorizing, among other things as well. Tier 3 is your professional grooming. Tier 4 is your non-invasive treatments. That's when you do more of the elevated beauty treatments. And then tier 5 is when you actually intervene and do plastic surgeries, if that's what you're into. With figuring out what level you're at, you really want to ask yourself, what am I doing on a consistent rotating basis? For example, if we're looking at basic health, a lot of us do not have our basic health on lock. You're not working out, you're not eating whole foods, you grocery shop every now and then, but you don't have a consistent grocery routine. So you're eating a bunch of snacks and then running to the grocery store and buying a bunch of food. You keep running out of your hygiene products and not really thinking about it. Or, 1 minute you have your favorite soap, the next minute you're putting water in the bottle, shaking it up and trying to use it. Baby, you need to be on tier 1. You need to be on tier 1. You need to be on tier 1, okay? If you are a girly that has your big girl job, your money's on lock, you're doing pretty well for yourself, you're giving doll, hair done, nails done, everything did. You're pretty good with your hygiene. You have everything on lock. Like, you know exactly how you want to smell. You have your signature scent. You have those things. Tier 2 might be something you want to look at. Tier 2 is your basic grooming. So that's deeper into skincare, makeup, really getting deeper into fashion, like wardrobe, changing up your wardrobe, your styling, your hairstyling, getting your hair done. That is the level you may want to start looking at to say, okay, am I getting my hair trimmed every quarter, every 3 months? Could I get an esthetician to do a facial every month? Could I be getting my teeth cleaned? Do I have a dentist to get my teeth cleaned? Am I doing the things that I need to do on a rotated basis that's beyond just showering and going to the gym? Could I do a little bit more? Maybe I can, instead of press-ons, maybe I can get my nails done. If you want to do press-ons, that's fine. I love a good press-on. But just think about, what's the next step above that? And that's tier 2. Now, if you're like, girl, I have an esthetician, I have a skincare routine, hair is done every 2 weeks, pressed, trimmed, and laid, all of that is on lock, teeth is whitened, okay, then maybe you want to move to tier 3. Tier 3 is going to be your professional grooming. So that is where you're starting. In my opinion, professional grooming means that you are starting to outsource a lot of the things. Tier 1 and tier 2, you can do a lot of DIY work. The press-ons, doing your own facials, buying travel size skincare kits if you're on a budget. Tier 3, professional grooming, baby, you have to have that money. You're going to outsource. So you don't have to outsource everything, but tier 3 is mainly like you're getting your lashes tinted and lifted, you're getting microblading, or you're getting your brows tinted. This is where you start to put your money where your mouth is. This is where you start to elevate beyond the DIY stuff. DIYing is fine and DIYing is cool. But if you really want to elevate yourself, at some point, you do have to outsource a lot of those things. Yes, it's cool to do lymphatic drainage at home, but when you can pay a professional that spent hours and hours and hours in school, they went to Columbia and trained on lymphatic massage and wearing a faja and do it, you will get more bang for your buck than you dry brushing at home. Nothing's wrong with that. But just think about it. You're paying someone that is experienced to do these things. That will have a major effect on your glow up. Now, if you're doing that, if you're like, girl, yeah, I get lymphatic massages all the time. But here's the thing. Here's the key word. Consistently. Are you consistently doing it? Not, I went to a lymphatic massage 3 months ago and I booked it one time on Groupon. Consistently, like, do they know who you are? Your card is on file. You're coming in all the time. Okay. If you are, then you may want to move up to tier 4. Tier 4 is where we start talking about a little more invasive treatments. I would say that is the Botox, the fillers, like the Morpheus 8. If you're not into getting fillers, that is fine. I do not have any fillers. I really don't plan on getting any fillers or Botox. But as far as the non-invasive treatments, I do see myself getting skin tightening treatments. I do see myself getting like fat cavitation, you know, where they really put stuff over your body to melt the fat. That is that level. That's where you start to say, okay, I'm doing non-surgical treatments. Like, I'm not laying on the table and getting my body done, but I'm doing treatments. If you have that on lock, then at that point, you then want to start thinking about potential surgery. If you're not for surgery, that is fine. There's some surgical interventions that I'm not going to do, but best believe there are some things that I definitely want as far as getting my body like looking right and tight and toned. Not a BBL, but I do want like lipo on my arms and lipo on my back. Maybe, you know, just a few things. But I'm not going to do that if I'm still overweight. This is why the glow up pyramid is so important, because it helps you prioritize what is more important over the other. If you're heavily overweight, getting on the table and getting lipo is ridiculous. You need to try other things first before you do that. So if you're wondering, well, girl, who are you? How do you know about this? What credentials do you have? Let me give you a brief insight on who I am. Just to give you a little background on who I am, I used to be very, very overweight majority of my life, majority of my childhood. I'll probably insert some pictures, find it here. The highest weight I've ever been was 230 pounds. It's crazy to even say that, but yeah, throughout childhood, throughout high school, I was always the bigger girl. I was always the girl that people were not really paying attention to. And if they did pay attention to me, it was because I had like a mohawk and crazy hair colors in my hair. But I was just always like that big girl in high school, middle school. I think even middle school, elementary school, I was just always big. And the one thing I can say that's a blessing is that no matter what, my mom always made sure to have my hair really glammed up, to have me in makeup all the time. So that's why even though I was a plus size girl, I still understood the value of looking good as much as possible. Now fast forward to coming of age. We're talking about 16 to 18 beyond. I'm realizing, okay, it's really time to lose weight. Like it's really time to no longer hold on to the excuse that, oh, well, that's just what I am. Like, I'm just a plus size girl. That's just what it is. After a while, you're going to start to realize that it's no longer your parents' fault for feeding you what they fed you. And it's now all on you to reinvent yourself. So I went on this deep journey. I was doing plant-based. I was doing keto. I was doing all these different things. I was fasting, dieting, doing all these different methodologies. And now I'm at a point where I'm 166. I know a lot about a lot. And this is the year where we need to take it up. We need to take it up to the highest heights. Throughout all those years of losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight. I've learned so much. I've learned so much about how society treats you when you're smaller versus when you're bigger. I've learned a lot about myself and the psychology behind weight loss, the psychology behind desirability politics, how life can do an entire 360 depending on how you look, how pretty you are, or how not so pretty you look. And that could be the difference between you walk outside the house not presentable versus you walk outside the house actually putting effort in. I could promise you right now, if you look at some of my older videos leading up to this point, the way I looked in my first videos versus how you're starting to see me look, you could tell like my confidence and my glow. And that is one of the things that I really had to learn is confidence, looking good, smelling good. Being of smaller size is very important because when I was bigger and wasn't looking the greatest as far as society standards, life was treating me like hell. And that's just one of the things that is very important to me, that I am on a mission to tell other women, like, I understand you're plus size and you're probably gorgeous and bomb and beautiful. And I understand life is not what it should be and life is not fair and life should treat you right no matter how you look, no matter how the size, no matter your weight. I am 100% with you, but sometimes you have to just live life the way it is. And when it comes to desirability politics, weight, and moving through society, I would rather just put the work in to look good and lose weight to have the best outcomes in life than to be like fighting upstream to say, yeah, so what? I'm 300 pounds. You should treat me decent. And they should. And the fact that they don't is a reflection on them. But as you're leveling up and glowing up, just remember who was treating you that way. Like, let me be clear. Because since I've lost weight and since I've started to look a lot better, there's people from school that it's like they have amnesia. Oh my God. Oh, period poo. Oh my God, you're gorgeous. Even some people from high school that want to talk to me now. I understand why they do. I look the way I look now. I'm doing what I'm doing. I've leveled up. I've glowed up. But baby, I don't forget. I don't forget. Because the fact that you treated me the way you did, even when I was bigger, that says a lot about you. But I get it. I understand. Because society desires people that look good in all forms. Okay, so I just gave you the scoop on everything. And you're saying, okay, I just followed you on Instagram, TikTok, Lemonade. I just subscribed to your mailing list. I got the copy. What's next? What's next, sis? What's next? Well, if you have subscribed to my YouTube, like this video, you follow me on Instagram, you're part of the mailing list, you are now enrolled in GlowUp University. GlowUp University is going to be a major deep dive as well as a journey with me and you and everyone else. We're going to be building while we're flying. So each step of the way, we're going to be unlocking the GlowUp pyramid. So far, I am on tier 1. So if I'm on tier 1, you may be on tier 1 as well. I'm working on all the foundational stuff. So in the next video, I'm going to be doing a major deep dive on tier 1. It's not just going to be one video. It's going to be a deep dive on tier 1, and I'm going to give you my game card. I'm going to tell you what I am going to be doing for the next 4 to 6 weeks in order to master tier 1, as well as what you need to start on tier 1 and what you need to master and graduate from tier 1. So if you are down and ready, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, make sure you follow me on all platforms, and definitely get into the mailing list if you want the copy of what I just put on the screen, because you need that. That is going to be what you need. That is your key to unlock the door. So I am so excited. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye for now.